For modern parents, the mental load is a constant, quiet hum. You are tracking schedules, anticipating needs, and managing emotions, all while a swirling vortex of daily chores demands your attention. Eventually, that invisible weight accumulates, decision fatigue sets in, and despite your absolute best intentions to remain patient, you find yourself snapping over a spilled cup of juice or a refused bedtime routine. When the nervous system reaches its absolute limit, the brain defaults to its primitive alarm system. This response is an evolutionary survival mechanism triggered by chronic overstimulation. Look at this graph comparing two approaches to family life. Trying to maintain the illusion of perfect parenting requires a continuous high level of effort that is unsustainable for most people. But look at the alternative. Short, repeated spikes of targeted connection actually build a massive upward trend in your relationship over time. Focusing on 5 to 10-minute daily micro-habits allows the body to recover from chronic stress without demanding hours of extra time. It creates a manageable strategy for long-term emotional stability. The first micro-habit starts on the floor. It involves giving your child 10 minutes of strictly child-led play every single day. Psychologists call this building a relational trust fund. By giving your child total control over the narrative of the play, you communicate that their ideas matter, which builds a deep sense of psychological security. In practice, this means you put away your phone, you drop your own agenda, and you join their world. Whether they want to build a tower, post a puppet show, or sort wooden blocks, you simply follow their lead. This undivided attention functions as an emotional deposit. It fills their emotional bank account, reassuring them that they are safe and seen in your presence. Children naturally cooperate more when that emotional account is full. By investing 10 minutes in connection now, you actively prevent hours of tantrums and resistance later. The second micro-habit happens before you walk through your front door. It's a 5-minute mindful reset where you sit in your car and breathe. The transition from work to home is often jarring. Without a pause, you bring the deadlines and the lingering work stress directly into the family environment. This diagram illustrates what happens when you hit the pause button. Taking just 300 seconds to breathe intentionally activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It signals to the brain that the day's threats are over and cools the nervous system down to a state of calm. Practicing this intentional separation allows parents to leave work-related cortisol behind. In studies of this specific reset, parents reported 40% fewer conflicts during their evening family routines. You cannot effectively manage a child's dysregulation if your own internal alarm system is still ringing. Even with these tools, there will be days where the stress wins. You will lose your patience, you will raise your voice, and you will snap. Mistakes are an unavoidable part of the process, but an angry reaction does not destroy your relationship. Psychologists rely on a concept called rupture and repair, which proves that the moments after a conflict matter far more than the conflict itself. This brings us to the third micro-habit, daily self-compassion. Instead of spiraling into shame, you pause, forgive yourself, and allow your cortisol levels to drop. Once you are calm, you step back and offer an honest, blame-free apology to your child. You say, "I was upset, but I shouldn't have yelled," without adding a "but" to justify your behavior. You model exactly what accountability looks like. Children raised in homes where parents openly admit fault and actively repair those ruptures actually develop stronger emotional resilience than children raised by parents who never seem to make a mistake. Playing on the floor, breathing in your car, and apologizing after a tough moment all rely on a single unifying scientific mechanism: co-regulation. Young children lack the physical brain architecture to independently generate emotional stability, acting as the chaotic network on the right. When upset, they literally borrow your stability. By mirroring your regulated state, their internal rhythm smooths out and matches yours. Don't attempt to overhaul your entire life overnight. Choose just one of these micro-habits to track tomorrow. By investing minutes in your own regulation today, you are physically wiring your child's capacity for self-control tomorrow.